Good people, today we'll be doing factorization by grouping, but now this one is where we doing with 5 terms. So I made a video where we were doing it grouping with 4 terms. Now we'll be doing this grouping now having 5 terms. Like the first one here, it's 1 2 3 4 5 terms. So now grouping this one, somewhere somehow there is a factorization that you need to do when it probably is a trinomial, or where you need to take a common factor, where is the difference of two squares. At some point something like that has to happen. So now the first one here, if you can take a look this from here, if I can group this x squared minus x minus 6, this is a trinomial. And then coming to the second one, this one here, you can see that there is a common factor here where we can take what? We can take y. So from there, if I can just continue, this one is a trinomial meaning I have to open two brackets. Remember, I'm still factorizing this one, the green one here. So the trinomial here, I need to find the factors of x squared, which is x and x. Factors of 6, that's gonna give me negative 1, has to be 3 and 2. And then from there, this one is negative and then this one is positive. It's 3 times 2, it's 6, but this one is negative, so this negative 3 times 2 is gonna give me this. And then from there, coming to this one now, which is the common factor here, it's what? Is y. So if I can take common factor of y, if I take y, x is left and then minus 3. X is left and then minus 3. From there, you can see that now this and this are the same, which is what? Which is the common factor. So we can take a common factor of x minus 3. After taking this common factor, what is left? We're left with this one here, which is x plus 2 plus y. Remember, this y is going to be inside this bracket because we've already taken out the common factor of x minus 3. And then what is left is this x plus 2 and then plus this y. And then from there, we are done by this one. Now, coming to the second example here. Now, I need to highlight the first important thing here. If I can highlight just these two, I hope you can see that in this, there's something that is very, 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 very important there, which is what? Which is the difference of cubes. Meaning this is x cubed, and then this 27, we do have a cube of 27. And then from that one, we have the second one, which is this one. On this one, we can see that there is a common factor here of what? Of 2, which is 2, 6 and 18. 2 does go to 6, 2 does go to 18, and also we have y that is common in each and every term, so we can take a common factor on this one. Now let's get going, starting with this first one. Now remember, on the difference of cubes, first we have a small bracket and then we have a little bit of a big bracket. On this one, the cubed, what is the cube root of 3? Of cube root of 3 cubed, it's x. And then what is the cube root of what? Of 27, it's 3. And then from there, we need to know what number that we are going to times by this factor here. Or let me start, what x then I need to times with this x at the first here. That's going to give me x cubed. It's going to be x squared. And then from there, coming to this 3, what number? Oh, okay. Remember, this one here takes the sign, which is going to be negative. Take the sign of the original equation that we have here. And then from there, what number that we're going to times by this 3, that's going to give us negative 27. It needs to be positive or 9, because negative 3 times this 9 give us what? negative 27, and then now we need to find the middle term. How do we find the middle term? We times these two, which is going to give us 3x, and then the sign is determined by this one. If this sign is negative, and then the sign of here is going to be positive. Coming to this one, we have a common factor of 2y. If we take 2y here, we're going to be left with what? With x. I hope you see. We're going to be left with x, and then plus take 2 from this 6, going to be left with 3. I've already taken y, so I'm going to be left with x. Take 2 from 18, I'm going to be left with what? With 9. I've already taken 1 y, so this is what is left. Now I hope you see that this and this are the same. Let me just highlight it. Use another color. This and these two things are the same. So these two things are what? Are common. Then from there you can just say x squared plus 3x plus 9. It's a common factor. And then from there we have x, which is this, minus 3, which is this whole thing, and then plus this 2 that is here, which is plus 2y. And then from here we are done. This is the, because we can't factorize this. We don't have factors of 9 that's gonna give us what? 3 if we add or we minus them, since these terms, or both of them, are what? Are positive. So we can't factorize this thing. So this is our final answer. Thank you so much, guys. Makeba.